The craziest meals ever on my 600-pound life. This is the video, guys. This is my other video, and yeah, it's my other channel too. So let's get to the video.
Life, eat some of the craziest meals ever seen on TV, and you all loved my part 1 so much, I decided to make a part 2, looking at what is in these meals, how much they cost and more, starting with Shauna Collins, the woman who lost Dr. Now's diet plan 4 times and ate over 10,000 calories.
How do you eat 10,000 calories? That's the one question. A dude get probably like 4,000, 5,000, 10,000. You be eating like every hour, like. Yo, you can't make this up.
A day after complaining she didn't know how else to lose weight.
Every day of my life feels like it's harder than the last, and that things just keep getting worse for me because of my size. And I'm so tired of it and all the pain. I don't want to live this way because I hate this body. It's just too big to be normal, and it keeps me from being able to do a lot. So I feel like I'm trapped most of the time because of how hard it is to move and get around.
Shauna has appeared in a few of my videos for being lazy and lackadaisical, but she's actually one of the youngest patients ever to see Dr. Now at just 22 years old. And her
22?
immaturity really shows in the meals that she eats. And when you see them, it'll be no surprise how she got over 600 pounds this young.
Usually I start eating when Darius comes over to check on me. He brings me something to eat or he'll make it for me.
How are you feeling today?
My back hurts. Same old, same old.
Did you eat?
No. Can you make me some burritos?
Okay.
And hash browns?
Okay. How many do you want?
4.
Okay.
How many? Yo. Yo, that's crazy.
4 burritos and what?
6 hash browns.
Shauna starts her day off with 4 burritos and 6 hash browns. And I think I found which burritos they were too. And if it was these ones, it would bring the calories to over 880 in the burritos alone. And then you have the hash browns on top, which would add another minimum of 800 calories. And it's all just ultra processed junk food. Shauna.
What? Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Oh! Deletes this meal in a matter of minutes, and I know what you're thinking, that meal wasn't that crazy, and Shauna agrees, so literally minutes after her caretaker leaves, she orders her next meal.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Shoot my bad, chat.
Be careful. I'm never satisfied when it comes to my hunger, because eating is such a good feeling. And once I'm eating, I won't think about things that are sad. Can I please have a large stuffed crust?
Where did they get the money
pepperoni
from?
Pizza, the cinnamon bites thing, and that's all. Thank you.
Now, I have no idea where she ordered from, but I'm just gonna guess and go with Pizza Hut because the boxes look similar. First of all, how is she affording all of this food? She must be on disability.
Yo, those pizza rolls, I know pizza rolls have so much calories. Those gotta be like at least like 2,000, not probably like 1,500, 1,500 calories. That is crazy.
Because she's never worked a day in her life, and we can tell she orders food like this on the daily. Like, this order alone would be, what, like $25 minimum? The calories in this pizza are insane too, coming in at 3,000 for the entire thing, then add on 500 minimum for the cinnamon bites.
I was way off, bro. Way off.
Remember, she's having all of this after literally having 4 burritos and 6 hash browns. And you're not going to believe me when I say this, but she's still hungry. So she microwaves what looks like an entire bag of Totino's pizza rolls, which contains 120, bringing the calories to just under 2,000 for the...
I guess I was right. Woo! Oh! Yeah.
Bag. In this morning, Shauna has devoured over 7,180 calories worth of food, which is absolutely mind-blowing, and I can't believe anyone can stomach that amount. To make matters worse, Shauna's mother comes home later,
and
Shauna claims that she's starving and she hasn't had much food. So her mother cooks her half a pizza and 2 meatloafs, all in the same
She
day.
can lie to
now,
other
this
people.
is a crazy amount.
She can't lie to herself. That's the one thing. You can never lie to yourself.
Food, but obviously to Shauna and her mother, it's just normal. Now, as crazy as this sounds, this is actually one of the smaller meals in the video, and the meals only get more insane as the video goes on. And next up is Sarah from season 6, who despite getting approved for weight loss surgery, has one final mind-blowing cheat meal to celebrate.
The life that I'm living right now is miserable, and just walking hurts because of all the strain on my body. My knees hurt, my back hurt.
Bro, low key, I just thought about this. So if they're this strong to carry 600 pounds, what if they got skinny and then their muscle be strong, really strong? Like, think about it. If they lose all the weight and they keep lifting, if their legs normally lifted 600 pounds, they'll easily be able to deadlift, like, not even deadlift. They'll be able to jump like, oh shoot. Yo, that might be the strat, low-key.
My ankles sting. Even my shoulders hurt from all the weight I'm carrying.
Sarah nearly weighs over 600 pounds, and similar to Shauna, she's very young and is just 25 years old. Despite most people having independence by then, moving out and having their own lives, Shauna is the opposite, and she still needs to actually be bathed by her mom because she's too fat to do it herself.
It's
I feel sorry
embarrassing
for the
to be a
moms.
grown adult
For
who
the
still
parents.
needs to be bathed by their mom. But what's even worse is, I know soon I won't even be able to make it up the stairs. And at that point, she's going to have to bathe me on a tarp in the lawn. And I dread that, but I know that I'm months away of it getting that bad.
The worst part about it is that Sarah has just seemed to accept that her fate is to be washed on a tarp outside.
Who decided that?
Saying that she's
That's
months
what she
away
needs to
from
do.
that happening. Like, she doesn't even seem to want to make a change. Despite that attitude though, she's signed up for help with Dr. Now, so maybe she is ready to change. I mean, if the threat of being washed down in a yard with a hose isn't enough to change, I'm not sure what will be. Anyway, we do see Sarah eat large meals, but nothing that would put her on my list yet. She makes the journey to see Dr. Now and gets weighed in at 642 pounds, which is even worse than she originally thought, and she doesn't handle the news well.
Seeing that number is humiliating, especially with my sister here. I have to do something about my weight, and I need to do it like now. So I just hope I'm about to get the help I need.
And it isn't just the weight that makes Sarah wake up, it is the dressing down from Dr. Now too.
All right, Sarah, you are 642 pounds, and you're only 25 years old.
Yes.
At this rate, you'll be 800 pounds by the time you are 30. And I see, according to your chart, you're on the blood pressure medication and some inhaler and some anti-inflammatory. So,
Man, that is absolutely crazy to think about that, low-key. If you think about it, that's just crazy and sad. Oh!
these are medicine we usually see people in 40s and 50s, not 20s.
Yeah.
So if you have a body of someone twice your age, now in your 20s, you know what that means. You're not going to be able to survive much into your 30s. And it says in your chart you're also having trouble getting around and staying mobile. So now is the time to turn things around.
Dr. Now being blunt might seem harsh, but it is needed. He has a position of authority and needs to be real with these patients, especially when they're surrounded by enablers. If you're a subscriber of the channel, you will have seen how often these
shout out to
600-pound people die when they refuse to change. So the danger to their lives is very real. Thankfully though, Sarah takes these warnings seriously and makes a change. She tries to be a bit more active and be a bit more mindful of her portion sizes, which when you stick to these ideas makes it impossible to not lose weight, which is exactly what happened.
Yay.
It's great.
Yeah. I'm so
W's in the chat.
excited and proud of myself. Part of me
Yeah, who's
wasn't
in the
sure
chat?
that it was even possible for me to lose that amount of weight. So to see all my hard work pay off is a really good feeling. And I really hope I'm about to get my approval.
Sarah has worked hard and finally gets approved for weight loss surgery by Dr. Now. However, she wants one last cheat meal, and I've got to say the sheer amount of food she eats is absolutely ridiculous.
Dr. Now approved me for weight loss surgery if I passed my medical test, and I went for those. And I just found out I'm all cleared, and I'm so excited. But I'm still nervous too, because I have my surgery coming up in 5 days. But I know that after weight loss surgery, I'm not going to be able to physically handle some foods. And I'm worried I'm not going to be able to eat my favorite meal after the surgery, which is tater tot casserole. And I've been thinking that I've earned the right to celebrate just a little. Tater tot casserole is tater tots, cheese, cream of chicken soup, been a bunch of other stuff thrown together.
If she's
and
gonna
it's
eat
just
the cheat meal, at least don't eat like crazy amount of cheat meal.
really good. I think that I will be able to make this tater tot casserole and be able to enjoy a little bit of it.
Bear in
Exactly,
mind, Dr. Now warned Sarah if her weight loss slows down, he will
Yo.
cancel the surgery. Having this massive meal one time isn't going to do too much damage, but it could open her up to falling back into old habits.
I'll have it one last time before surgery because this is a food that I know I will not be able to eat probably ever again. I think that since I've been approved for surgery and I've learned how to control my eating, that I don't think a little bit of it will hurt me. But I'm gonna really enjoy this.
Now, like I said, one of these isn't going to hurt too much as long as it is truly a one-off. However, at her next appointment, she has gained 14 pounds. So clearly, like I said, her old habits have been coming back after reaching her goal. So Dr. Now
Yo, she might be cooked.
her weight loss appointment. Eventually though, she wakes up and through better eating and more exercise, she gets approved for weight loss surgery and manages to lose the weight, probably without eating the tater tot casserole. Now Sarah's story is similar to Travis's in season 8, who
Yo,
despite losing weight at the
Travis.
end, didn't make it easy for himself with having massive meals at the beginning. Travis Henry featured in season 8, aged 31 and lived with his wife Yasmin and his mother. At the start, he isn't actually sure how much he weighs, but we know it's well over 600 pounds, and with that, all of his independence has been torn from him.
Everything's become such a struggle for me that I hardly even get up from the couch.
But I refuse not to bathe. If I ever get to that point where I'm not gonna bathe, then that's me saying I give up. And I don't want to let things get to that point. But it's still extremely hard for me to do. And I have to have help. Me and my wife Yasmin live
Yo,
with
I
my
feel
mother.
like I tell the cameraman to like get out of there because I am not taking a shot of a dude watching me. I don't know if it's a dude or a girl, but like taking a picture of me, bro.
But I refuse to ask my mom to help me in the bathroom. So as embarrassing as it is, my wife helps me with my showers once I get in. I just can't reach all the places I need anymore. Very humiliating.
Travis needs my help to stay clean. It's a lot on me, and it bothers him because it makes him feel like he's not being a man. Every now and then he'll be like, I'm sorry, babe, you gotta do this. I'm sorry, babe, you gotta do that. But I took the vows. I gotta take care of him.
Yasmin is clearly there for him through thick and thin and just
W wife. Oh, shoot, wrong one.
wants to help her husband, and although you can tell Travis is ashamed of himself and doesn't want to do it, he has allowed himself to get to this point. Although Yasmin clearly doesn't like to clean Travis and Travis doesn't want her to do it, they both are doing nothing about it and allowing Travis to get worse. Travis asks for big meals and Yasmin brings him them, with the first meal of the day being a stack of pancakes, a bowl of I think gravy, eggs, sausages, and probably more food buried under that mountain.
And I don't think that's good. I don't think it's healthy, but I do it.
Once I start eating, it's like this wave of happiness comes over me. And I can never get enough of it. So when I finish one meal, I have to get to my next meal.
Yasmin goes to work after feeding Travis this feast, and what she doesn't know is that despite her leaving him out snacks before she leaves, he orders more food in the form of a take.
Alright. Oh! See that again?
Despite her leaving him out snacks before she leaves, he orders more food in the form of a takeaway pizza.
Yo, we already talked about this, bro. You just ate it. Like, alright, you cannot make this up. I feel like it is like an addiction. It's probably more addicting than whatever drugs that is. Because for you to change this, it is kind of hard. It is not even hard. It's not even kind. It is hard to change. Yeah, he gotta do something about this.
Travis orders 2 pepperoni pizzas, chicken wings, and an
2
entire
pepperoni.
cookie pie. Honestly,
Order the chicken wings, not the whole pepperoni
this size
pizza.
meal is something that I'd get for a party of 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Not something that you have after literally eating a massive breakfast stack. Thankfully
For
though,
sure.
he does leave the crusts, so he's saved some calories there. Now honestly, this feast would be bad enough to make it to my list, but I
Even
couldn't
a cookie
leave
dough.
out his 3rd meal of the day, which is a home-cooked bolognese made by his mother, which is literally almost overflowing off the plate.
Yo, that is crazy.
And all of it is topped off with dessert, with Yasmin breaking down to the camera about her husband's eating.
Travis's body's breaking down in front of my eyes. His legs,
They
his
gotta
back,
talk about it, low-key, like,
his arms. It's horrible sometimes.
So my weight is not just destroying my life, it's hurting
It's
my
sad.
family. I don't know what's gonna break first, my body, my wife, or my mom.
I'm hoping and praying that this year will be the year that he has a change in his life for the better. He can't go another year like this. He can't keep going on like this. He's dying.
It's difficult to see the enablers getting upset because yes, it's their fault, but clearly they need outside help because they just don't see how serious the situation is. They need someone like Dr. Now to tell them that if you keep feeding them, they're going to die. Joyce from the same season unfortunately ate just as bad and had her own team of enablers bringing her
How
the
old was
food
she?
too. Joyce's episode has actually been called one of the most disturbing in the entire series, with one Reddit post saying how awful it was to watch. I watched it for the first time last night and her story was just bizarre and disturbing. I didn't understand the attitudes or behaviours of Joyce, her friend and roommate, or her mother, and the whole thing was just unsettling. Joyce appeared in season 8 too, claiming to be 44 years old and just over 600 pounds. Many people have said that she looks way older than 44, which could be from Joyce lying about her age, or just the weight making her look way older than she is. Joyce actually has
I
that.
mean, if it gets to this point, you could just drink water, right? And then all the weight could just, all the fat could just go away, right? But it is kind of really hard because it is like a routine. It's like that addiction that keeps going on.
Highest BMI of anyone to have appeared on my 600 pound life, and I've got to say her life looks totally miserable because of that.
When I wake up in the morning, my first thoughts are a combination of disgust at how my life is now and shock that I was even able to make it to another day. Because every minute of it is a struggle now, from the first moment to the last. So I question why God even wakes me up just to go through another day like this. I'm just a prisoner here doing nothing because of how big I've gotten. And my weight makes it so hard for me to breathe. I have to use oxygen a lot of times just to get the air my body needs. So I know my health is in a really bad place because of that. And it's at the point where I can't even take care of myself or live on my own anymore. I have to pay one of my friends to be my caregiver and help me do everything now.
Morning. Morning. You ready to get
Wait,
up?
so where did she get the money from?
I am.
Dawn lives with me and takes care of me. And without her, things would be even worse. Because I can't even get out of bed on my own. That's how bad off my body is now. And then once I'm up, I'm barely even able to go a few feet at one time. My weight's too much for me to move around. And I also have bad lymphedema on my lower body that makes any movement of mine really painful. So I have to do everything right here in the same room, including going to the bathroom. So I have a portable potty chair that's next to my bed.
Including helping Joyce use the toilet, which thankfully isn't shown, Dawn also helps Joyce get food, and this meal is the most insane yet.
I get so excited that I finally get to eat. It's the moment I've been looking forward to since I finished my last meal the night before.
Alright, you cannot make this up, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Oh!
That first bite is the best moment of my day. When I'm
I feel her. That's lucky true, but hey, we gotta lock in.
eating, I think nothing. That's what the best part of it is when I'm sitting there eating, I have no worries about anything. I'm just thinking about how good the food is. And that's my life. I'll sit there in my recliner for the rest of the day, and Dawn will bring me food and I'll eat it until it's time to go back to bed. I basically just live to eat now, and I never leave this room. And that's not gonna change unless I give up food and stop eating like this. But I can't. It's what makes waking up worth it for me now.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what half of this food is. It just looks like a mess of cheese and potatoes thrown into a box, and somehow Joyce thinks it's the best looking
I think it's omelet.
meal ever. I can't count the calories for this one because I just genuinely don't know what I'm looking at, but you can assume this entire meal will be pushing 4,000 calories with the cheese,
Oh shoot, my bad.
oil, potatoes, fatty meats, and
Yo,
whatever
low-key,
else is.
chat, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they can like? I mean, at her probably stage, it's probably kind of like almost impossible to like change. What do you guys think, chat? Oh yeah, maybe if she loses some weight.
In there. Now this was a takeout meal,
I mean,
which most of the
I
time
don't
is the
know.
unhealthy option. Because like I've said, these fast food meals often have huge amounts of oil and fat and are just very calorie dense. So later in the day, Joyce has a home cooked meal to balance this out. But it isn't much better than the fast food.
Sometimes when I see Joyce eating large amounts of food, I'm livid. I'm just livid. But I'm really always really fearful. I live in a lot of fear because I just feel that she's gonna die, and that there's nothing I could do about it. Here you go.
This is probably the most sad thing. A parent seeing their kid die before them. That's probably one of the most saddest thing ever.
Thanks. That looks good.
It does look good.
Sorry, but that doesn't look good. That is just a mess on a plate. I bet it tastes nice, but it doesn't look good. Now, her mother cries because she knows she's killing her by bringing these massive meals, but feels like she can't stop because she knows Joyce will get upset if she doesn't get fed. So that's led her to making these massive meals, and this one in particular takes the cake. It's a humongous lasagna, of which Joyce gets about half alongside 3 thick slices of garlic bread, and then to top it off, she gets fried chicken too. Joyce was only shown eating half the lasagna, but given the fact neither her carer or her mother have any, I think it's safe to say Joyce had the rest. Joyce did eventually get to see Dr. Now, who was clearly stronger than he looked because he was able to push Joyce around the hospital. Joyce's time with Dr. Now though was
that was in the chat.
It's honestly just a waste of time, because although she started the weight loss program at £758 and ended up on £611, which is a big drop of weight, this was over the course of a year and she should have lost a lot more with his guidance. Dr. Now asks her to lose weight over the next 3 months to be given another chance at getting surgery, which she didn't get, but she actually decides not to do this and ignore his advice because his diet felt too restrictive. I suppose when you've been eating for 8 people every day for every meal, any diet is going to feel restrictive.
It's been 3 months since my last appointment with Dr. Now.
She did lose some weight.
I was pretty upset after it, but when I came home, me, my mom, and Dawn all talked about what I should do. And we all agree that the situation that Dr. Now put me in, where I had less than 3 months to make the progress he wants, wasn't fair.
So with that, Joyce quits the program and ends up on the list of failures from the show. And actually, Joyce was one of the shortest patients ever at just 4'11", with a BMI of over 160.
4'11" and your dad, that's crazy.
Which is the complete opposite of the next patient who was absolutely ginormous, and that was JT.
He's using that as his table. That's crazy.
Every day of my life is pretty much the same.
You know, do you notice the same common thing that they're all eating? It's pizza. Pizza might be the most unhealthy thing ever.
I wake up and eat, and then I try to keep eating for as long as I can.
Keep eating or stop eating?
It's what I live for now.
Oh.
And it's all I want to do.
Julius Clark, or JT, featured in season 8, and his episode literally starts out with him eating through 3 pizzas while they rest in his lymphedema mass, which I have to say is one of the most severe I've ever seen. These pizzas alone will be around 4,000 calories, and he even has a side order on the bed next to his leg which isn't shown, so I would wager that it was more than this number 2. And you can see how when he eats he doesn't
keep taking damage. 200.
care about the world because a literal fly lands on his leg and he doesn't notice, which isn't a big deal, but it kind of makes you wonder at just how dirty the rest of his house is if there's flies landing on him when he's eating. Anyway, after devouring these pizzas and dragging himself to the shower, the first thing he does when he's ready for the day is make more food.
And once
alright, bro, it's actually like every time I watch this type of videos, they always be making me like kind of sad. Oh!
I'm dressed, if Jessica isn't back yet to make me something, then I'll try to do it myself. Because the pain in my body from being up is nothing compared to the pain of not eating when I want. And the upside of when I get my own food is that I can make as much as I want. And I always want a lot. My portion sizes are very large. We get large serving sizes of things, and I'll just make the whole thing. You know, the whole can of biscuits and all the sausage patties. I'll eat it all. And I won't stop until it's all gone.
He makes himself another...
Say that again.
I'll eat it all. And I won't stop until it's all gone.
He makes himself another...
Oh! Keep taking damage.
Large portion of scrambled eggs, around 600 calories because he had a cheese, and 8 biscuits, which is around 1,700 calories. So in total for his breakfast and second breakfast, he has eaten over 8,000 calories.
Oh, that's crazy. That is like, I feel like it's in the morning too. It's not even like afternoon, dinner, lunch. It's in the morning. breakfast. Yo, that's crazy.
This is one of the biggest breakfasts I've ever seen personally on the show, until I saw what Mike from season 10 eats for breakfast, and I have to say, prepare yourself for this one.
Yo, that's crazy. Oh! He keeps taking damage from just playing the game. 150? 200. That's crazy.
Because of how much I struggle now at my size, I've had to move into my parents' basement. I've lost my place and I don't have a job right now, so I had to move in with them 6 feet underground. It's cold down there. I don't have any windows or anything to see outside into the world. So I lose track of the day.
Why are they trying to hide the Xbox? You can see the Xbox,
Easily.
the Xbox icon.
All the days just seem to blend together. I just want to hide in the basement and not move.
Mike appeared in season 10, and despite looking like a Discord moderator, he is currently unemployed and does just play video games all day. I think you can see this is no way to live, and like he says, he just wants to hide in the basement of his parents' house, which also means he doesn't want to cook meals for himself. This leads him to ordering the most insane takeout meal I've ever seen personally on the show.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day, man.
You too. Even before I eat, just the smell lets me know that things are about to get better.
That's the craziest line I've ever heard. Let's run that back.
There's almost nothing in the smell lets me know that things are about to get better.
He is like, hey, everybody take notes right now. He is cooking.
There's almost nothing in this world that can compare to the feeling of taking that first bite when I haven't eaten in a while. Because I get that first flood of happiness that comes with it, and it feels incredible. Eating just makes everything better.
I mean, that's not a good thing. We're just saying, yo, my bad, chat. Yeah.
And it's the only thing that's sort of given me an escape in my life when I've needed it. And there's been a lot of times in my life where I've needed it.
Thankfully, it Reddit.
Oh! That is the most unhealthiest. What is the quote again? You get the thing. Yeah, that's... Oh, syrup. That's the most healthiest syrup I've ever seen. That's crazy.
Post did the work for me regarding the calories here, and seeing the breakdown makes it even more mind-blowing. So his breakfast starts with a lumberjack slam pack, which is 8 pancakes, 8 scrambled eggs, 4 strips of bacon, 4 sausage links, 4 slices of ham, a side of toast, and a side of hash browns. But he doesn't stop there, and then he orders a omelette, which comes with its own toast and hash brown. He then gets some cinnamon roll pancakes, which comes with an egg, a meat, and you guessed it, another hash brown. Finally, he orders 2 chocolate milks, a moons over my hammy sandwich, which comes with 1 final hash brown. And the final count for all this food, not even including the syrup, butter, and oil, would bring this feast to just over 8,000 calories, and the worst part, $74.
Oh! Keep taking damage again. 150? 200.
Craziest part is that this amount of food actually fills a bench in front of him, and just seeing the quantity of food he's going through is absolutely insane. Now, after all this food, he still isn't full and wants more, in the form...
Alright. Oh, shoot, wrong one. That's crazy. Oh! Well, I gotta get new soundboards low-key, bro. I keep using the same one.
...of a Chinese takeaway, which again is just a mountain of food. His order consists of 2 portions of fried rice, which is around 700 calories, a fried chicken in sauce dish, which would be around 700 calories, 5 deep fried egg rolls, which is around 1250 calories, crab rangoons, which is around 470 calories, 6 side sauces, and 3 fortune cookies.
My calculations are right. Let me guess it. To the point. 3,200.
This is around 3,500 calories in total, which brings his calories for the day to over 11,500.
That's crazy.
and it's still light outside, so we've still got time to eat more food. This is part 2 of the craziest meals of my 600 pound life, and if you want to see a part 3, let me know in the comments below. Click the video that's on the screen now to see the
Guys, shout out
dangers
to
of
this
eating
dude.
this amount of
He
food,
makes some
and make sure you
good
subscribe.
videos. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.